Thinking about life skills for special education students is one of the most important parts of my job as a middle school teacher and helping other classrooms as well. Functional life skills activities are especially important at this age because our students are, getting older, and we want them to be as valuable and independent members of society when they are finished with school. Of course, that's our job. So let's discuss 5 life skills for special education middle school students that they need to learn. And bonus, they're all age appropriate. So I've really kind of picked out the best for you. So what is a life skills class in special education? What does it do? So before we start listing different life skills for special needs students, let's discuss what life skills in special education is. A life skills program focuses on everyday functional skills for special education students. This might be, working on the areas such as like hygiene, social skills, cooking, and functional academic skills. So teaching life skills in special education, individuals in special education. Sorry, got a little mixed up there. This programming often struggles to learn those functional skills, so it's important to develop these skills in order to increase an individual's ability to achieve greater independence in their own life. These life skills can be broken down into different categories, such as communication, choice making, safety, self-care, leisure and recreation, vocational skills, and social emotional skills. All these things go into life skills. So why should we teach life skills in special education? Life skills are the skills that are necessary for daily living and for establishing the quality of life. These are skills that if not done by the individual, him or herself, others will have to do for them. Life skills for special ed middle school students are really important because of self-advocacy and because of independence. For example, an individual may learn his or her address and phone number. However, if he or she is not able to give a police officer this information in an emergency, it is not useful. This is the functional life skills that would absolutely need to use one day. So let's talk about 5 life skills for special education students in the middle school. It could be reading community signs. Students in middle school are naturally given more responsibility because we're in middle school, right? Our students may have less parental supervision and start to be given more and greater independence in the stage of their life, depending, of course, on the student's needs and their abilities. Students need to be able to read and understand what some simple and functional signs mean in the community. Some examples of this might be being able to find an exit in a large stadium, or locating the restroom sign and knowing what to do, or when to walk and when not to walk. So reading these functional signs is a huge part of safety for our students. If you need a fun and interactive way to practice this with your students, make sure to check out my digital community signs activities that are available in my TPT store. Number 2, a life skill that students can work on is personal hygiene. So if you work with middle school students, you know that by now, personal hygiene can become an issue. Let's work on this life skill and put it in their day, such as putting on deodorant, brushing their hair, brushing their teeth, and making sure their face and clothes are clean. And often doing this after eating. Number 3, students need to follow a simple recipe. Some children in middle school are starting to prep their own food. So at this age, they need to know how to make their own lunch. They do not need to be any different from their peers in this area. So focusing on helping them learn to follow a simple recipe is going to be so helpful. This is also a great way to sneak in your lessons, those fractions, without actually realizing that you're teaching fractions. And don't forget about food safety and sanitation as well. Super important to teach basic food prep, appliance use, and so much more. The 4th thing we can do is help our students follow a schedule. Middle school students need to follow a visual or written schedule at some point. So most of our students need that independence while doing so. Middle school can be so different for students, and at this time where they can really thrive off of following their own schedule without any staff help. So teaching them these skills like checking the time so that they aren't late for class, following their schedule without the adult supports are great things to work on at the middle school level. And the fifth strategy, emotional self-control. Some of our students really struggle with this even in middle school. And sometimes I think the emotions actually run higher in middle school. We know this. Students need to learn self-control so that they can have the things that have the option to do things that they like, such as attending a class without adult supervision, going to school dances, riding in the car without adult supervision. We want to make sure that our students are able to do these things. We can do role playing, we can watch videos, incorporating social emotional check-ins, and that can really help with a lot of our students. So, how do we begin teaching life skills? Are your students brand new to your district, or maybe just to you? Do you have no idea where to begin when it comes to teaching life skills in special education? Make sure to check out my Life Skills Special Education Assessment. That will help all grades. It's in my TPT store if you want to check it out. Thank you for watching today's video. If you're new here, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. Click the bell to get notifications for when new videos get released or I go live. As always, leave a comment if you have any questions.